So the Generale Foundation has also made an international renommee by publishing monographies on artists and catalogs, like one of Gordon Water Clark of his early works, so making art historical and scientific publications on comprehensive readers as well as catalogs. And so another artist that has been this year at the Generale Foundation was Morgan Fisher. And so we have like two catalogs which look quite similar, but go actually together. One is his writings, which is now first time published with his, so Morgan Fisher, of course, is an avant-garde filmmaker, very much interested in the medium itself, so very self-reflexive, where he is kind of trying to elaborate on the aspect of time, for instance, in film, but also on different formats. So these are his writings, while on the other side we would have the two exhibitions. So this is more like the text part, of course, and here we go with one of his most famous work, which is of course the one where one can see the film before the film, actually, so the leaders, the so-called leaders, which come with checking, so to say, checking the sharpness and the colors of a film before the film itself begins. So it's more kind of a aspect of how one. So these are the projections, like standard gauge and Q rolls, and this, for instance, is a piece of different mirrors, and every mirror has actually a different size of one of the standard formats at a specific time of cinema. So you start with the silent film, and then you grew even larger up to CinemaScope and total and the different ratios actually of the screen. And then of course you do have his relation to color. He's like collecting books on color with different color shades from various decades, and so also very much working on the shadow. These, for instance, were pieces of monochrome paintings presented in various lights. So these are kind of glowing in the dark, so to say, and therefore complementary colors. And this was really like, you can see the blue light here, and this was really like a very astonishing show. Here the mirror pieces again, so you can always see here, like, this is Panavision with 240-1. So in order to state how the framing, of course, of the view on the world would change than the world itself. And so yeah, this is picture and sound washes, where he would have one time having just sound and one time just picture. It's a little bit quite an analogy to Peter Kubica's Arnold Reiner, even though it works quite differently. This was another one. He would have 3 projectors, and every projector he would have one color, and to make the same movement, but they're not screened at the same time, so they would move in a different way. And whenever they come across, since there are the 3 basic colors, they would then in the projection come back to white. So actually he was filming a white ball, a white ping pong ball, over a kind of air, dancing in the air, and then coloring this film in 3 colors and doing 3 projections and overlaying it. And so there was then sometimes a very poetic piece. It's called Color Balance. And then of course there are his different graphic works where he would blend very much get on the theme of the shadow. So this would be yes, this very complete 2 catalogs on Morgan Fisher.